Did you know that The Miseducation of the Negro is one of the first books that focuses on Eurocentric education and indoctrination of African people and how it was systematically detrimental and damaging? Did you know that The Miseducation of the Negro was written and published in 1933 by Carter G. Woodson, who was only this second PhD recipient, African American PhD recipient from Harvard University? Did you know that Carter G. Woodson launched Negro History Week in 1926 in the second week of February to celebrate the achievement of African people? Now, the miseducation of the Negro, bring it up here again, the miseducation of the Negro. There is three pivotal things that I think I learned after reading The Miseducation of the Negro. The first one was to question what education is, to question how education should serve me as an individual and as an individual of a community. That's one of the first things that I learned from reading Carter G. Woodson's Miseducation of the Negro, because Carter G. Woodson was a PhD. Not just a PhD, but the second African American to achieve that status, get that status from Harvard University. And then he realized that he didn't know anything about himself. That's not the way education is supposed to work. Education is supposed to empower you. So the first thing I learned was to question what education is and should be to myself. The second thing I learned is it is imperative that you have a knowledge of self. It is imperative that you know thyself. You have to know your history. Carter G. Woodson didn't know his history. After receiving all of that education, he knew nothing about himself. And when he went searching, he was told that there was nothing from his ancestral history that was worth writing about and documenting. So the second thing that was very important is to know thyself. The third pivotal area is that it's never too late to recondition oneself. It is never too late to recondition oneself. After Carter G. Woodson learned that he was miseducated, he was trained to carry on an existing system, to look at himself as being inferior, and all of the other African people that was graduating was trained the same way too. But Carter G. Woodson made it his life's work to unearth African history. He traveled and he sought African history out. He started practical things. He started a journal where he highlighted the achievements of Africans worldwide. He started home study courses where African people could learn about their history. He started Negro History Week, which eventually became Black History Month, so that there would be a time where African people can celebrate each other and their accomplishment and know that they did contribute to civilization. Carter G. Woodson wrote over 19 books that all wrote some aspect of African history. They all featured some aspect of African history. So I am encouraging you to pick up a copy of The Miseducation of the Negro. You can get your copy at knowledgebookstore.com or in store at Knowledge Bookstore. It will be a worthwhile investment. This book is still very relevant today, and I encourage you to pick up a copy and to keep it in your library.